Hello, the internet. I am Zachimus Prime, aka Zachimus Prime, here with another Transformers third-party review. Today we're going to be reviewing the Iron Factory Armored Tactical Staff. And that was the little representation of Prowl, Silver Streak, Blue Streak, etc., and Smokescreen. And these little guys look really great. I mean, they're little Legends-style, IDW-style, Autobot Cars style guys, because I mean clearly these are not, actually the Autobot cars. This is actually I have no idea what the individual figures were named. They came in a 3-pack as the Armored Tactical Staff, and they were, and yeah, I only know them by their actual names. So yeah. Anyhow. But yes, these are little Legend scale, IDW style, as with all of the Iron Factory stuff, really. Little Legend scale IDW style figures, and they're fun. I like them. They're cool. I just reviewed the IDW style G Creations Prowl, so I'm gonna put this guy aside. We're gonna focus on somebody who's got more color to him. By the way, before I get into this too much further, it's interesting to point out that Silver Streak is the exact same mold as Prowl. They've got the same sculpting on the chest. They've got the exact same dour expression in the face. They've got the exact same shoulder cannons. These are repaints of each other. Smokescreen, on the other hand, has got a slightly different face sculpt. Has got a slightly different chest sculpt. And has slightly different shoulder cannons. So that's kind of cool. Each of these figures does come with 2 guns. The bigger gun and the smaller gun. It's interesting to note that the detailing on the gun is different. You've got silver, orange, and red. And that corresponds with the detail on the rim of the tires. If you look at that, yes. So that's kind of cool. In case you ever get mixed up, just match it with the tires. Each one also does come with a gun that looks like Optimus Prime's gun, kind of. And it's got some pegs on it. So you can do some of the 5mm peg, Lego with it or whatnot. And then lastly, they've got, you can take this whole wing and shoulder cannon assembly and remove that and attach on this one to fill in the gap, basically. But it doesn't do anything for the look of the figure. I guess maybe it makes it a little less busy looking, but since the door wings and the shoulder cannons are so very iconic to the characters as a whole, like, you can take them off, but why would you? So yeah, that's the thing that you can do. Also, for whatever reason, these, come on, oh, don't make a liar out of me. These grills are removable. Also, while you don't remove them for the transformation, these are removable as well. So you can strip it down pretty well. But again, why? Because it doesn't make it look any better. It makes it look, more plain and whatnot. You like this guy to look badass. They also came with 1 set of these little Iron Factory accessories. It's just a shield and 2 of these launcher things. That's actually pretty cool. You can take them and you can attach the missile launchers onto their legs like so. And if you want to, you can take his gun and kind of like attach it onto the other gun, I guess. I don't know. And then put this shield on his arm. So yeah, he can have a shield, I guess. I don't know. And I mean, they attach with a 5mm peg, so you can use these little additional weapons for pretty much anything across all sorts of lines, whatnot. In terms of articulation, his head is on a ball joint. It looks up and down a bit. Yeah. Kind of tilt side to side a bit. We'll rotate around, though getting your thumbs in there is slightly problematic. You know, before I get too much further, I did want to point out that the paint apps are more or less pretty good. I do have a little bit of paint splotching there, but that's easily fixed if I felt like easily fixing it. Some green paint apps there. Some silver on the knees, though that silver could probably stand to be a little thicker. This one's okay. That's actually plastic, not paint. Silver there. Silver with a little Tampo 38 on it. So, like, the paint apps are good, but that's pretty much par for course for Iron Factory. The shoulder launchers are chromed, so that's kind of cool too. The wings are actually on a little ball joint, so they can go back and forth. They can move up and down a little bit. So you can be like interested or excited about something, and you can be like sad. You can perk up his wings a bit. Shoulders are on a ball joint, so they'll move forwards and back and around quite a bit. They'll go up a little bit, but they've got, you know, a lot of stuff to contend with here. And even if we pull that all out, it doesn't change much. The top cut isn't very deep. He does have a ball jointed elbow, which allows for about 90 degrees. Oh, that's weird. I don't think that was meant to happen. It's a little panel that's designed to cover up the back end of the ball joint, the ball socket. I didn't even realize it just popped right off. Huh. Alrighty. Anyhow, so his elbow goes about 90 degrees. Bicep swivel built into a ball joint because it's a ball joint. No wrist swivel, but you know, it's a tiny Legends class figure, so we can kind of deal with that, man. If you pull this butt flap out of the way, he does have pretty wide range of waist articulation. If that is in the way, pretty much nothing. So because there's kind of like a little tab here, and it goes into there, and it kind of helps keep everything aligned for like the alternate mode, but in the robot mode, it's not doing you any favors. So move that out of the way, and he'll waste freely. Yeah. I forgot to mention that these are on ball joints as well. So in addition to looking up and down, you can turn them side to side slightly, and even have them be like quizzical guns, ever so slightly. Hips are on ball joints, so they'll go all the way forward, all the way back. They'll go out. Move your hand. Full Van Damme. Thigh swivel. Knee joint is quite more than 90 degrees. That's nice. Ankles are, so they're on a ball joint, right? So they'll move forwards a bit, not really back on that ball joint. Quite a bit of tilt to them, but then they're also on this hinge, which is a transformation hinge. But I'll be damned if you can't make good use of that. So it's actually pretty nice. So posability on these guys is actually pretty good for the size, which I dig. But let's get this guy transformed up. All these guys do transform exactly the same because they are, in essence, the same figures. First thing we're going to do is, we're actually going to pull these off. Parts forming what? Yes, it's true. Sad but true. You know it's sad but true. I'm going to take the butt flap and push that down The knees are going to go up. You're going to pull the toe back like so, and then flip it around. And then rotate at the knee, and that's going to bring this all the way in. And then rotate this the rest of the way around so that the foot's on the top. So we're going to bend the toe back, flip this around, bend the knee all the way, and then rotate the toe the rest of the way. These are, the legs are going to tab together. Those little tabs in there. And they actually tab together quite securely. And then they basically, you've got these details here kind of fit into that groove there. Keep all that together. You're going to take these guns and you're going to push them back like so. Actually, before we do that, let's take these wingtips and fold them in. So back like so. Back like so. You're going to pick up on the chest. There's a tab here that comes untabbed. You can hear it click into place there. Pull that out. The shoulders are on this double joint here, and they're going to go in basically all the way. There is a tab. Let's see if I can get it so you can see it. There's this tab right here on the inner arm, and then there's a corresponding slot in the chest, and it's really difficult to see with the lighting, so you're just going to have to trust me on that. That'll go in. I know that technically on this design, these guns will rotate around to face forward, but in this position, they cover the hands, and when you rotate them around, they interfere with the tires, so I just leave them like that. It's a small price to pay. These, which were like this, can be moved like that. If that wants to tab in properly. And yeah, there he is, basically in his little car mode. And the car mode, you know, this is another thing that's kind of typical for these IDW figures, these Iron Factory figures, is their robot modes look really great and their alt modes look kind of shaky. And this is one of the ones where, like, the alt mode looks really good until you stop and think that, gosh, this is like almost twice as wide as it really should be. And just makes it this like really, really wide, squat looking car. You can plug these, by the way, there's peg holes in what used to be the bottom of the feet. And you can plug the guns in there. And then if you're feeling really crazy, you can take this little gun here and plug it into there. Maybe not. Possibly not. Okay, no. But you can take the missile launchers and you can plug them into the side of these guns. Yeah. That's something, right? That's totally something. It's something. It's a thing. But anyhow, so there he is, all transformed up. Just really fun little figures. I like them. It's the sort of thing that you can, like, you know, stick in your pocket and take places. They're sturdy. They're not fragile whatsoever. They look good. They play good. They feel good. And I dig them. I have a thing for little Legends class figures. I happen to like them quite a bit. And Iron Factory continues to do a pretty good job with their figures. But there's that. This is the armored tactical staff. And thanks for watching. You guys rock. Everybody be good to each other and have a great day. I'll see you later.